Anyways, my name is Matthew Dierker. I'm a senior. Who's a senior here? Who's seniors? There we go. All right, my name is Matthew. I'm a senior at University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Last year we started Hack Illinois and brought in 750 to 800 hackers last April. And the basics went pretty well, but I'm here to talk about something that's unique to Illinois, which is the Moonshots team. So coming away from Hackcon last year, I learned two things that I thought were really valuable. The first one was to figure out why we're holding a hackathon, why is this important? And the second one was to recruit freshmen. I think I have MIT to thank for that one. And so when we came back, we looked for ways to inspire freshmen. And so after our big group meeting, we brought in some freshmen, and we split out into our logistics and corporate and systems coding. We told these freshmen to stay put, and I basically had to talk with them about what a hackathon was and then task them with having some impact on some part of that. And specifically, their job was to come up with ideas and sort of brainstorm ideas, and then I walked out. And walking out on a team of freshmen who I just told to change something about our hackathon, it's kind of scary, right? So Google CEO Larry Page, I had to put a quote, says if you're not doing some things that are crazy, then you're doing the wrong things. And walking out on a team of freshmen that first day, for me, it's kind of crazy. So over the next few weeks, they kind of went in all directions. They chose to call themselves the Moonshot Team after Google's initiative to sort of do 10x improvements versus sort of 10% increments. And they sort of started thinking what can we do? So we had one of the things that they came up with, for example, we had a space theme. So they wanted to put LED strips in the elevator, have it play space music when you went up and down, sort of like the entrance to Space Mountain. I love Disney, so it's the right thing. Also, they did some efforts with speed friending, things at the start of hackathons. One that sticks in my mind is the ball pit. And rather than telling them there's no way we're having a ball pit, I told them to look at it. How would you actually do this? So they took the dimensions of a third of a room, went and priced it out. It was $1,000, and they realized that maybe it wasn't feasible to do a ball pit. And finally, the pillow fight. So we were talking about giving all attendees pillows, and they wound up only being 9 by 13. So they were good for curling with a dog, but I'm not quite sure how well a pillow fight would have worked with it. That dog wasn't as cute as Justin. It must have been Justin. Man. So what actually worked? So one of the things that actually worked was a photo booth. We actually took this mini event and sort of got it sponsored. We even got the police officer to join in that one. Another fun thing that they did was a Nerf Fight, and they sort of took this to the next level. So we took over a building, took over all 3 floors. There was 60 to 70 people playing at once, and we did sponsors versus hackers, sponsors versus staff. We actually had one staff member who had just gone to join a company. So we did sponsors versus staff, and I have to say the staff won. So organizers, if you do a Nerf Fight or fight your sponsors, make sure you win, even though they're giving you money. We even got the police to join in, and then had a student DJ show up. It looked all professional. One of their cool modes, they did hackers versus admins. So they spread out 3 Raspberry Pis around the building, and the hacker's job was to solve Project Euler problems. So you had to run over and solve these during a Nerf Fight. So I remember Sherry from Pebble and Gordon from Dwala were coding together on one of these solutions, and then we got invaded. So we had to literally run away, and then somebody else came back and picked up where they left off, and it was kind of fun. One of the other things that worked was therapy dogs. So we brought those in. They come in during finals. We brought them in. They were cute. And Parrot actually took advantage of that and wanted to do a demo of their drones. So we turned it into dogs and drones, and it was just a fun little mini event. They also put motion-sensitive LED strips on some stairs. So as they walked up the stairs, we have video. There we go. These are freshmen. These are people who are CS majors. They're not ECE majors. They just figured out how to do this, and we went to the building and did it. So that not all of these worked. For example, they had a failed hologram workshop, and I can talk more about that later if you want to find me. So secrets to success. They were friends outside Hack Illinois, so they motivated each other to come to the meetings. We also gave them a lot of autonomy, and they had a sense of ownership. So these people felt invested in what they did. The people who led the Nerf Fight, they put a lot of time into that because they were excited for it. It wasn't because we told them to. It was because they were really, really passionate about doing it. And so I think that's what I really understood. So the future. The Moonshots team from last year, the freshmen from last year, turned into Hack Illinois Interactive, and their job is to just focus on interactive technology. Honestly, they kind of disappeared, and we don't know what they're going to come up with. But I did poke through the Moonshots list for this year. They came up with a snowball tournament, if we have snow, also a sparkling cider pong tournament, because these are freshmen. And the one that scares me the most is blown up Jenga. They have 2x4s on their supply list. That's scary. So if you want to do this at your own hackathon, my suggestion, find freshmen, make sure that they come with friends, and inspire them, and make sure you put a focus on no bureaucracy. Some of the things that they come up with are going to be terrible. Some of the things they come up with might be decent, and some of them might just be different, and that's okay. Swift talked earlier about the format being stale. Some of these things could be something that changes that. So see what they can come up with, and then see how well they integrate into your team. That's all I got. We're here to help you. Feel free to reach out.